Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, welcome to another edition of the Sidewalk Saint with your host, the Brother Phil. Sorry I got distracted. I'm going to talk about something that people probably like talking about and thinking about and doing. And I bet I don't have to say another word for you to know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about sex. Okay. Somehow, this amazing blessing of communion, I'll call it, with the person you love got somehow got soiled. It just got a bad image. It got a bad rap, a bad reputation. Let me elaborate on that. I think this is a big thing. People shouldn't feel dirty about their sexuality, or it's not taboo. It shouldn't be taboo. It's just let me tell you what is so amazing about it. When you're, and I apologize if I offend anybody because I'm going to get very detailed. When you're climaxing, it's the closest you get to the Creator. And I'll tell you what, I mean, when I'm meditating and I hit a high note, I can feel it, man. It's as good. It's in a little bit different of a feeling, but it's as good. And so, one of the things here, there's two things that make up why we want it. A is because whatever we're attracted to, it's just so beautiful, you can't resist. And that's procreation. It's just a basic thing. And the other thing is this: the need to remember or to get back to the feeling of the bliss of being united with the Creator. So that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. And I'm going to even elaborate on love on this one. So I totally lost track on that one. Hold on, I'm going to come back to that because that's what I was going to say is unbelievably important, and I'm going to get back to it in a minute. So let's get back on track. So why is it so dirty? It's been made to be that way because the people that don't want us to have good lives and have war and stuff like that, they also want us to think beautiful things are dirty. It's not dirty. It is not dirty. What could be more amazing than a consensual interaction between two people that feel attracted to each other, whether it be through love, and lust in some cases, depending on the energy behind it, is just as good. Really. And and I'll even elaborate on that. The reason people are jealous and only want one person is because it's all about me, mine. What's mine? What belongs to me? And that in itself is another selfish thing. And I'm not like trying to open the door to having more than one whoever for whatever reason, because monogamy has become part of our society, and I respect it. Or staying faithful to a person. So, anyways, it's really just been built into this thing, kind of by the church and whatnot. And let me elaborate on that. Not so much the church, but what's happened to society. So, when you don't express that which you are intended to express, it's going to break out in bad ways. Let's do an example. And immediately before I say this, I don't want to offend Japanese people. There's a lot of pedophiles in Japan. It's just, you can go and I don't even know where it comes from. It just pops up. I look at porn, I don't care, and I see stuff like from Japan, and I'm like, dude, what is that guy doing? Isn't that illegal? So that's a thing for them. And you know what it is? Let me get to the core of what that is. There's all these kids in Japan that their parents decided that their success is more important than their family. Holy moly, that was the most beautiful 50-plus-year-old woman I've ever seen in my life. There you go. I couldn't believe what I just saw there. That's like my sister Susie, just amazing. Anyways, back to it. So here's the root cause. Let me explain it so everyone can understand what's going on. All these kids got left at home or given to their grandparents or just tossed aside. That's a thing over there. It's all about the corporations and their success, and that's all that mattered in their culture. This is a known thing universally, and this is just one case, but it's a good example. So now you've got all these children that never had a real childhood, never really had parents. Now, what does that have to do with pedophiles, Phil? Let me explain to you what it has to do with it. It has everything to do with it. That's why it's there. Because their inner child never got a chance to exist. They got left at home, had to fend for themselves, make whatever food they could make on their own. They're literally kids just sitting in houses alone. Like 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds. It's Looney Tunes what they did. All they care about is the company. Now, this is changing. And I respect all Japanese people and their culture, besides the pedophilia, of course, they don't respect. But the point is, you desire that which you don't have. Suck on that. You desire that which you don't have. Okay. Men like women. Women like men. You don't have the feminine. You don't have the male. Lesbians like women. They're missing their feminine because they're acting manly. But they're women, of course. Lesbians are a whole other species of amazing people that I love. Very much. Very much. Tons of respect to my lesbian community. And gay guys want guys because they're missing their manliness. Does it make sense? Are you starting to see a pattern here? So they never had a childhood, so they desire, that's right, children. It sucks. It's horrible. Protect all children at any cost, of course. But understanding the problem is the only way to fix the problem, ever, with anything. So that's where that led, and that's what that's doing. So that's what I'm trying to explain here about their sexuality. They're into just tiny women and with giant boobs. Well, I'm totally into giant boobs and things, but it's become almost an illness. Well, totally an illness. If you touch a child, you're gonna have to deal with me. Let me tell you something. Don't mess with kids. Make their lives good. That's our job, to make kids' lives good. When you have the great honor of even being allowed to be near children, it's all about just love and respect. It's all about love and respect. But back to this matter at hand, about what's going on with sexuality being bastardized. So we got to do the inner work. People got to do the inner work. That's what's up. You got to know that, you know what, you don't got to go to a freaking church and marry somebody. Just throw that all in the garbage. Don't put a label on your love. But, I mean, marriage is still beautiful. But, anyways, you see what I'm saying? Like, don't put labels on these things. It's like, oh, you have to do this. You got to do paperwork. You got to go, oh, yeah, the wedding and this and that. You know what? Love is love. That's it. And if you feel love for someone, or you feel attracted to them and they reciprocate it, it's a beautiful thing. What could be more amazing than having the great honor of being with a woman intimately? Oh my God. Or being with a man intimately. Whatever your sexuality, respected, all respected. It's just like, consider it an honor. And there's a lot of energy out there like this. Let me tell you something. This is the problem here, inherent with America. The women are dumbed down and treated bad. They're not dumbed down. They're treated like they're dumbed down. Women are beautiful, intelligent, amazing beings on this planet. And the feminine energy should be treasured and respected. It's not a weakness. It's a beauty. It's an amazing thing. In this society, and actually, I'm not going to so much blame the men. You know who I'm going to blame? I'm going to blame whoever's doing the bad stuff and making the bad things happen. I don't want to say the dark ones. I just said it. Anyways, they want to proliferate that and dominate with the male energy. The male energy, when used as domination, becomes something bad. It's not good anymore. It goes from supporting and nurturing and taking care of the business surrounding the family to negativity or even hatred towards women. Like they're just nothing but, for sex. That's not the case. That is not the case. Do not believe that. Don't follow that tenet. So the women just need, it's respect, but it's definitely understanding. I want to say equality. It's a little bit difficult to describe what really needs to happen, but basically we just gotta recognize the beauty of the feminine and the importance of it and what it means to us in our lives, and how absolutely treasured to me it is, and to many people it is. You know, it's a beautiful thing. And so that's what we got to fix in our society. Japan's got their problem, we got our problems. Each nation has something they got to deal with. And a male-dominated society apparently is not working. I think there's pretty much no one can say anything to that, other than, yep, yeah, pretty much. But it's not about changing it to the other side. It's about equality. Equality. And that's what the homosexual and African-American community are fighting for. But remember, don't fight for things, love for things. It's all about love and respect. And that's what BLM was all about, and just all this whole thing was people just saying, here I am, somebody respect me. Equality. It's all about equality. Absolutely. I don't even see color, let me tell you. But yeah, so equality has everything to do with this sexuality, and I just explained why. Basically, it's just you know, the males pushing down on the feminine, and even African American women are, I believe, experiencing just the lack of having good men around them. I don't know who the men are. It could be any race. They're just having a hard time in that community. There's a lot of children that need parents to be there for them. So I hope that all gets worked out. I don't even know about that, but I'm just saying these are the things. We need to support our women. We need to respect women. We need to take responsibility for when we have kids. And yes, this is all related to sexuality. Sex makes kids. Kids are part of it. We create children. We need to take care of our kids. It's not about leaving them at the wayside. And all the kids that don't have parents, that have their child issues, end up having the same problems that I'm talking about. It's a reciprocating machine of shit. Don't do it. Childhoodless children create, you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to get back to it. It creates sickness. It creates lack of values, morals. And that, my friends, is the root cause of why there's equality, or inequality. Excuse me, equality. Inequality. Because there's no morals, there's no values. Women are just tossed aside. I was in high school, I remember this. Women were just a problem to be dealt with. And by dealt with, you know what I'm talking about. That was all there was to it. I don't know that I ever felt that way, but I got in where I fit in for a while. I don't feel that way at all now. I know that's just not even cool. So it all starts at the base root of the family, having a good childhood and being raised by people that love you and teach you respect by respecting you as a child. Anyways, I feel like I had to say something about this subject, and I think it's something that needs to be talked about more. And eventually here I'll be on a stage talking about these things, and when I do, I'll get you guys informed of where and when that'll be, and I'll certainly record it and put it on YouTube, because besides this, I'm a self-mastery coach, and also something similar to Tony Robbins, just add spirituality. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope this made sense to you guys, and if it didn't, please leave a comment. Shut me down if you don't believe what I'm saying. I want it. Bring it. Because you know what? I'm going to give you a better explanation that'll make more sense then, because I'm on point, I promise. But I look forward to comments that are adverse to what I'm saying, so that I can make more sense of what I'm saying. And also, on top of that, I respect your opinion regardless, because you got to be like that. You have to agree to disagree sometimes. Let's tell some churches about that. Anyways, love you guys. We'll see you on the next one.